What's up with it? This your boy Starsky. I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. Already.
I run up a tick, 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 I
All right, so we got Starsky jumping off the porch with us today.
Already.
How
What's
you feeling
poppin'?
today, man?
What's poppin'? We're gooling, man. What's good?
I'm feeling great, man. I appreciate you coming by, man.
All right, I appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. Go ahead and introduce who else you got sitting on the porch with you today, too, man.
All right, I got my right hand man, Don J, and I got my boy right here, the 2022 Lil Weezy, you know what I'm saying? Master Jugg, you know what I mean? YMG the label, already.
That's what's good, man. All right, so what do you got shaking here in Atlanta during this trip, man? What else you got planned?
We just networking, man, bumping shoulder with different people, you know what I'm saying? Probably go ride up on Boosie, you know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
see what's popping with him.
Yeah.
I go to his crib every time I come out here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how'd you first link up with Boosie, man? I know you guys got a pretty good relationship, man.
We, I think, oh, yeah. Through his, my advisor named Law, he know a guy named Shaw, so we linked up from there, you know what I mean? Like, and they linked up and we we went from there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that, man. All right, so you're from Coffeeville?
Yeah, a small dot on the
Man,
map.
I had to Google this one.
Yeah, it's
I
a
was
dot
like,
on the map.
Coffeeville.
Yeah,
so what goes down in Coffeeville, man? What's there to do down there?
It's make money, man. Grind and get
Okay.
money, you know what I'm saying? But nah, yeah, it's just a little small town, but you know, in the area we one of the knownest little towns in the area, you know what I mean? So, like, I'm there. So you know what I mean? It's something to do because I'm there. I'm gonna make something happen, you know what I mean? For real.
I feel that.
Already.
So what was your childhood like? Like, what were you into as a kid coming up in Coffeeville, man?
Man, music. I've been into music, you know, a lot. I was good in sports, but I dropped out of sports, man. I got caught up in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Particular kid, like, you know what I'm saying, growing up, I felt I had the passion for music, you know what I mean? I did music, but I was in the street. I got caught up in the street at an early age, you know what I'm saying?
How old were you when you jumped off the porch then?
Man, probably about 10, no lie, man.
Oh, wow.
I sold drugs. The first time I sold drugs, I was like 10, man, like
Sheesh.
straight up. Yeah.
Did you have much guidance out there at the time, or you kind of just
I
figuring
just
it out
started back
as you
in the
went?
Zerb, you know what I mean? Like the town I'm from is like, you know what I mean? Like it was gang was real heavy when I was growing up there, you know what I mean? So like I just sat back in the Zerb and like, you know what I mean? I was the type I always wanted to be. I always been a leader, never been a follower, you know what I'm saying? Even at an early age, I had my own crew, you know what I mean? Even though I'm a GD, you know what I mean? I'm gonna say that, but I always had my own crew and doing my own things, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
And you just came home from the feds?
Yeah, I did like a little bit over 5 years.
Oh,
Been out
wow.
for a little minute now, yeah. I went to the same yard Kodak Black was in, Big Sandy, out near
Oh,
Kentucky.
Big Sandy, really?
Yeah, you got 30 days to get that paperwork. Anybody who watching this interview know about it, you know what I mean? 30 days, I did like 20 months there. My last 20 months, I left home off that yard.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I understand that's one of the toughest prisons.
Man, that's one of the toughest prisons in the world, not America, but in the world, man, for real. Yeah.
So how would you describe those 5 years being locked up, man?
I mean, I took it for what it's worth, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I learned a lot, I matured a lot, you know what I mean? So it's bittersweet, like it's good, bad, like, you know what I mean? Like it's what you make it, you know what I mean? So that's what it is.
Did you have a solid support system on the outside too?
Yeah, most definitely. That's what make you do your time more easier. When you got a support system, it'll go by easier because you got some people in there ain't gonna make it home. They got to live off the land, you know what I mean, and hustle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's good when you can live off the land and you got a support system on the outside, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, most definitely.
So what would you say was like the biggest lesson you learned by having to go through that whole experience then?
Staying away from my family and kids, you know what I mean? Other than that, you know what I mean, I'll be up and down. Like I said, take it for what it's worth. You know what I mean? You got to make that time valuable. You got to do something with it, like, you know, so pretty much I took what I had, my tools, man, when I got out. I'm doing better than when I went in, you know what I mean? I was straight when I went in, everybody like, you know, but when I got out, I'm doing even better. So it's a blessing, I thank God, you know?
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
All right, so going to the music, were you rapping before you went in then?
Yeah, most definitely. I always been rapping.
Okay. So what motivated you to start?
Man, I just always had the passion for music. And I always want to express myself in my life, and the way to do it is through music. Like, you know, that's the way I express myself in my life and what I'm going through. And like, man, 90-something% of my music all real, bro. Like, no gimmicks, like straight up. Yeah.
So did you focus on music as soon as you came home? Was that your plan? Like, I'm gonna go hard with this
I was
shit,
like,
man.
I know what it take. I got what it take. And that's part of the time, my tool I was saying I was using on the inside. I'm like, all right, I do it this way. I learned to do stuff differently than I did before I went in.
Yeah.
So that's what happened with that, yeah.
So were you rapping while you were locked up too?
Yeah,
Right?
most definitely. Yeah,
Okay.
most definitely. A lot of people stay in contact with me now, you know what I mean, from the feds. So now that I'm out, because that's all I was doing while I was in there working out and rapping.
Yeah.
Picked up some pounds since I've been out, man. When I got out, man, I was like I was chiseled, man. Like 180 pounds, cut up, you know what I mean? Nigga like over 200 now, man. I got to get back at it. Yeah, for real.
For sure, man. So talk about this label, man, YMG.
Yeah, YMG consists of Master Jugg, Princess Goodman, Money Mark, YMG Bree, Too Hot, you know what I mean? So we got a strong roster, but you know, Jugg is a hard working artist. Salute to all my artists.
Yeah.
But Jugg is a hard working artist, and like, man, he got a catalog, you know what I mean? The guy, man, every time we go to the studio, bro, he make at least 7 songs, like, no pen, no pad. He's so talented, you know what I mean? I call him the 2022 Lil Wayne for a reason, you know what I mean? Straight up.
How'd you discover him and his music?
Well, I seen his No Hook.
Okay.
I seen his No Hook, I'm like, damn. Then I said, damn. And then he the folks, I'm like, damn. So we used to have like county-wise and shit, like we, you know what I'm saying, the same thing or whatnot. I ain't gonna elaborate too much on it, but when we bump heads, I'm like, damn, it's the guy that I've been on, you know what I'm saying? So actually I supported his movement before he even signed to me, you know what I mean? I paid him for a feature, you know what I mean, because I supported his movement. I liked what he had going, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much what happened with that.
So what do you look for out of an artist if you're gonna sign them and add them to the label then?
Their character first. Then I look at the motivation they have, the drive they have, you know what I mean? Because anybody can rap, there's a lot of great rappers, you know what I mean? But the motivation and just the way they carry themselves or whatnot, and pretty much, I just sit back and observe them too for a minute before I sign an artist. Like I got my eye on a couple artists now. I've been watching them for like 6 months. I got to see what they're gonna do the next 6 months, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. What's your thoughts on the rap game, the music industry, everything that's going on right now?
Well, everybody's like, there ain't nobody rapping no more, but we gotta look at like, it's a different timing, you know what I mean? Like that area had what they had going, this area got what they got going, you know what I mean? So can't knock it, like, man, it's a hell of talent out there, bro, like for real. Like everybody like, man, the metaphors, man, like how Lil Wayne used to do it, it just, Jugg and them do the same thing, to run on sentences and metaphors, but it's just a different way. Yeah. So we can't knock them, let them, they in their lane. That's why I try to stay in my lane, you know what I mean? I'm in my lane, they in their lane, like straight up.
Yeah. So how do you balance being an artist yourself as well as running a label, looking for new talent also? Well,
me, myself, bro, like, I present my artists. I don't even present me like as an artist, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I present my artists and just like the deal fell in my lap, you know what I mean? So with that being said, whatever come to me, I got them in it regardless, or vice versa, you know what I mean? Whatever come to them, they got me. So like, we under the same umbrella, so it don't make a difference, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got the deal with Warner, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
I signed a 50-50 deal, like, man, they showed me love, like, I had a couple offers, you know what I mean? Boosie, I talked to Boosie. Boosie was talking like a 5-album deal.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? We never did close it out of them, but he's still my dude. Salute to Boosie. Boosie a real dude, you know what I mean? So I roll with Warner. Right now, we shopping Jugg around with different labels.
Yeah.
Getting hella feedback, you know what I mean? We ain't going for anything.
Nah, man,
We don't
because
want
his
6
shit going up, the longer you wait, the more you're going to be able to get,
Yeah,
too,
most
man.
definitely. We don't want 6 figures. We gotta have 7 or more. we got 6 figures. You know, I promise you that. I wouldn't lie to you. You know what I mean? We just dropping 70,000 on chains. You know what I'm saying? With the YMG pieces. So you know, yeah.
It's all about knowing your worth when you go to meet with these labels, because so many new artists end up just jumping on whatever the first thing that's offered them.
Yeah,
too.
most definitely. Already.
So let's talk about this single, man. Run Up a Ticket, man.
Yeah, you know what's crazy, bro? That single 5 years old.
I saw that. I saw like it was uploaded a few years ago on YouTube.
It's uploaded a year on YouTube, but it's been out for 5 years. And like, I sent a catalog to them with the whole label, including Jugg, everybody.
Okay.
And so like they like, we don't, you know, they was talking, signing the whole label or whatnot. So my advisor was like, hey man, send the Run Up a Ticket junk. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, I ain't even want to send it because that's the way I used to rap. I don't rap like that no more, you know what I mean? So he just stayed on me. So I sent it like in 2 weeks after they got our catalog, in which they were negotiating a deal with the whole label. So they heard Run Up a Ticket. They were like, nah, this is a hit. We gonna come back to this, but we're gonna roll with Run Up a Ticket. So they put it through their machine or whatnot, and they got you know what I'm saying, over 1 million views in like 3 weeks.
I saw that.
Yeah.
So were you surprised that that's the one that they picked up on? Like you said, it's a 5-year-old song.
Yeah, I was like, but they like, this how it happened though. You know what I mean? So I mean, I guess the labels know best, you know. They the ones spending the money and putting the budget, so like, fuck it.
Real shit.
Yeah.
So what's going on with the music scene in Mississippi, man? It looks like a lot of talents coming out.
Man,
That
that's a
state.
lot of talent. You know, Mississippi got their own wave, but this like, man, Mississippi is so, we trapped in, it's sad to say, we got slave mentality. A lot of us got slave mentality, man. We have to wait till somebody else jump on it, and then they'll get on it.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? Like, salute to Walk Dog. Walk Dog had the same videos out, bro, and had 20,000 views. He get with Gucci and get the stamp, the same people right there with him. Now he, you know what I mean? Like, they could have supported him before that even happened. You know what I mean? Like, why not? You get what I'm saying? It's like, why do we have to get a stamp and this person right here in your face? It's the same music. Yep. It's the same artist. But when a Gucci, a guy or somebody come in and stamp you, it's colossal, you know what I mean? So like, that's just, it's sad that we still got that mentality. If Memphis say, Dirty Glove blow, you blow. Dirty Glove can be the same dude right here on the porch with the same guy. Like,
yeah. You've been around since 07 too, so it's like, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, but I just hope we do better. I love Mississippi, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we just gotta do better, man. It's too much. It's a lot of hatred, bro. Like, for real. Yeah.
What I like about you guys' movement is that you guys are really putting on for Mississippi too. You're not shying away. This is where we from.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. You gotta do that because like, it's hard to come out. You know, it's hard to come out of Mississippi, and we got our own lane. Like, we got a lot of talent in Mississippi, but it's so much as, you know, Memphis next door. Like, we like 45 minutes from Memphis, Jugg like 10 minutes, you know, 15 minutes. But it's like, you know, they look, whatever Memphis say, that's what Mississippi go. That's what we follow. That's what they follow, whatever Memphis doing. But we got our own lane, we got our own artists. Salute to Memphis, because, you know what I mean? Like, Heavy Count them and all that, I fuck with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So salute to them, but we got our own lane, man. We just need to get out the mentality of we got to see somebody else do it first, and then we're gonna follow it and build our own lane, build it like Atlanta, build it like a Memphis. You know what I mean? Memphis like the new Atlanta, bro. Like, Memphis on fire right now, straight up. I salute them for that. You know what I mean? The tri-state is on fire right now.
Nah, absolutely, man. Yeah. So how has your transition been? You know, coming out of prison, leaving the streets, and going into the music industry full time? Man, it's really the same game, it's just a different way. You know what I mean? You got to treat the music game like the street game. You treat the street game how the music game, bro. It's the same. It's just, you know what I mean? You know, you just got to elevate in whatever you're doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like the street and the music game or whatever you're doing, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? No, I feel that.
Yeah.
All right, so what can you tell us about this new project, man, you got coming up? Drug dealing made me famous.
That's a true statement, man. Like, for real. You know what I mean? I'm known in the area, like North Mississippi, not just my little town. North Mississippi, you bring my name up. If you don't know me, you not heard of me. You know what I'm saying? So like, drug dealer made me famous and fit me. Like I said, 90% of what I say or whatever is real. You know what I mean? I've been to the feds. I went to the feds for, you know, So, and pretty much, if you know my background, then that's what it is. You know what I mean? Drug Dealer made me famous. That's the EP that Warner putting out.
Okay.
You know, it got 4 tracks on there. You know, and Take a Trip, which is a video on YouTube. It's got another song, Out My Feeling, featuring Jugg. Man, it's on fire, man. Like, it ain't been released yet. We already got the video on there, everything done. Yeah, already. Like, it's on a whole nother level. Like, and Jugg's so talented, man, you know what I'm saying? He harmonize, he rap, he do whatever, you know what I mean? He can write, like, in 10 minutes, I promise you he can do it. You turn the beat on, 10 minutes, you'll be like, man, how the fuck you do that? How you keep coming up with this shit? You don't even say the same shit. Like, the dude is, man, he multi-talented, for real.
Yeah. No, he's definitely dope, man.
Yeah.
So what's the chemistry like when you two guys are recording in the studio together then?
Man, always great. It ain't even good, it's great. You know what I'm saying? Jugg is hella talented, man.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like, I put this bag on him, man. Not just this bag, the other bag, and the other bag. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Jugg. Already, we'll get to it.
So what's some of your long-term goals with the music industry?
Well, I wanna just sit back and recruit talent. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be an A&R or something, like, you know what I mean? When I get just in with whoever, Atlantic, Def Jam, or whoever, I'm gonna be like an A&R. I wanna be the guy that they call to get solidification of an artist when they wanna sign them, you know, like, cause like Big Feet in Memphis, like Gotti and the Dolph, they do that. They stamp you with the majors, you in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And most times you gotta go through something like that. Artists don't know that, but they gonna call to your city and check, like, why come Gotti ain't got him? He the hottest artist in Memphis. Why come, you know what I mean? So, like, that mean a lot. I wanna be that guy of Mississippi because we don't have that. We really just ain't got no breakout artists that just say, put Mississippi on and carry them on their back. Like how No Limit or Cash Money did New Orleans, you know what I mean? Like Louisiana, like Boosie now, they put it on their back and they toted it. You know, and they ain't just signed a deal, because we had different peoples that come out of Mississippi with a deal, such as Tito Lopez. A lot of people might not know him. He from the coast. You heard of him?
Yeah.
All right. David Banner, Big Crit. Yep. But they didn't come back. Boo Raw Senior. They didn't come back and snatch no talent. You know what I mean? They from the Silk, but they didn't put on for the Silk. You know what I mean? Such as, there's plenty of talent there. I haven't heard one comfort anything from any one of them artists to come, and they in a position to do that. You know what I mean? But that's the way they choose to do it. Nothing against them. That's why we making our own lane. You know what I mean? Big Crit could have got somebody, took him to an A&R. You know, he could have had like some like different artists. David Banner the same way. He had a deal with Universal. I ain't gonna say Tito Lopez because I don't know how big his feet was when he got in the dough, but I know that them artists right. Boo Raw Senior, he the vice president of CTE. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. How many artists that have you heard from David Banner, have from Mississippi, Big Crit, or Boo Raw Senior? He the vice president of CTE. But that's what they choose to do. That's their lane. They deal with what they do. We're gonna do what we do. Yeah. You know?
So would you prefer for artists to reach out to you to kind of pitch their music, or do you're the type that like to discover them on your own and then kind of watch them?
Either or.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like either or. So, you know, I have my mind made up anyways, like whether I'm gonna fuck with the artist or not, you know what I mean? So that's why I say I sit back and observe. It might take a year. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck with him, but I'm gonna see how his drive is or her drive is, and we're gonna go from there. You know what I mean? You know,
so what's the best way for an artist to get in contact with you? They hit you on the gram, email? What's the best way?
Either or, but most likely on social media, you know what I'm saying, such as like Instagram or Facebook, you know what I mean? So either or.
Okay. All right, so what's next, Starsky? What else is coming up for you, man?
Well, like I said, we shopping around for a deal for the label, you know, a solo deal for Jugg, you know what I'm saying? All that, we got all that in the works. So I think like within the next 2 weeks, I got to meet with like 6 labels. So yeah, I met with 2 on Wednesday. It went real well. So like, man, just grinding, man, getting to it. You know what I'm saying? For real, straight up.
I feel that. You got any last words? Any shout outs you'd like to give before we wrap it up here?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out my whole YMG team, you know what I mean? Master Jugg, YMG Bree, you know what I'm saying? Princess Goodman, Money Mark, Too Hot. You know, we finna make it happen, like, to the top. salute you for having me. You know what I mean? Shout out Warner Brothers Asylum. You know, that's my team. Shout out Law too. That's my advisor. My cameraman Katard, HD. You know, the whole team. Yep, already.
I run up a tick, I run it, I'm running.